Maya Lopez was not just any artist, she was a vibrant soul who expressed her emotions through her paintbrush. At 29 years old, she had already carved out a space for herself in the world of art, where colors danced across her canvases like melodies in a song. Music had always been a profound inspiration for her creations. Each note seemed to spark new ideas, pushing her to explore different styles and techniques in her artwork. Growing up, Maya found solace in the sounds of various musicians, but there was one artist that stood above the rest: Elton John. His powerful lyrics and captivating melodies struck a chord deep within her, inspiring her to create art that echoed the spirit of his music. The way he expressed his feelings resonated with Maya, fueling her desire to connect with others through both music and art. She often painted while listening to his albums, letting the rhythm guide her brushstrokes as the canvas transformed into a vivid dreamland. On the day of the concert in Seattle, Maya felt an electrifying mix of excitement and nervousness. She had brought with her a special painting dedicated to Elton, hoping that one day he might see it. The canvas was filled with bright colors that mirrored his lively personality, a tribute both to his artistry and to the joy he brought into her life. As she entered the venue, she could feel the energy buzzing around her. Fans were chatting animatedly about their favorite songs while others wore t-shirts emblazoned with Elton John's iconic image. Maya took a deep breath and held on to her painting tightly, determined to share this piece of herself during what she hoped would be a memorable night. Little did she know how deeply this evening would change the course of her life forever. As the sun began to set over Seattle, the energy outside the concert venue was palpable. Fans of all ages were buzzing with excitement, their voices rising in a cheerful chorus as they shared stories about their favorite Elton John songs. Colorful lights adorned the entrance, creating a festive atmosphere that promised an unforgettable night. Maya could hardly contain her excitement. She had been waiting for this moment for so long. Inside, the venue was filled with an electric vibe as everyone took their seats. The air was thick with anticipation, and people chatted animatedly while others waved brightly colored banners and signs in the air. Maya glanced around at the sea of faces, each one radiating eagerness and joy. Some wore shirts emblazoned with Elton's iconic imagery, while others held mementos of past concerts. As the lights dimmed, a wave of applause rippled through the crowd, signaling that the show was about to begin. Maya felt her heartbeat quicken as she clutched her painting tightly. She could see a spotlight shining on the empty stage, a signal that the moment everyone had been waiting for was almost here. Suddenly, the first notes of Elton John's music filled the air, and cheers erupted from every corner of the venue. Fans stood up, singing along to familiar tunes with pure delight. The atmosphere transcended beyond mere observance. It felt like an invitation to become part of something larger than themselves, a celebration of music, art, and emotion. Maya closed her eyes for a moment, feeling the vibrations of the music seep into her very being. This wasn't just a concert. It was a gathering of hearts and souls connecting through the power of song. Little did she know that this magical evening would lead to a life-changing encounter that would forever link her artistry with Elton John's remarkable talent. Amidst the excitement and anticipation of the concert, Maya clutched her colorful painting tightly, her heart racing with pride. The artwork was a bold tribute to Elton John, infused with vibrant hues that mirrored the energy and joy he brought into her life. She had spent countless nights in her studio, listening to his music as she painted, each stroke infused with emotion and inspiration drawn from his lyrics. Maya's creative process was deeply personal. She began by sketching out her vision, using soft pastels to outline the features of Elton's face, capturing not just his likeness but the spirit that made him so beloved. As she worked, she envisioned the emotions behind each song, the passionate highs and soulful lows that resonated with listeners. Layer by layer, she applied paint, choosing bright yellows to symbolize happiness and rich purples to represent artistry. Each color felt like a note in a symphony, coming together to create something beautiful. In those quiet hours spent painting, Maya experienced a connection to Elton's music that was almost magical. She recalled how Tiny Dancer always made her dream. Its melody evoked feelings of freedom and love. The painting reflected this, It was not merely a portrait but a celebration of the bonds formed through music. When Maya stepped back from the canvas for the final time, she felt an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. It wasn't perfect by professional standards, but it was genuine and heartfelt, filled with gratitude for an artist who had unknowingly influenced her journey as both an artist and a fan. As she entered the venue that night, knowing that this painting carried so much meaning for her, Maya felt ready to share a piece of herself with Elton John in hopes that he would see not only the colors but also her admiration and love for his art. As the enchanting notes of Tiny Dancer floated through the air, Maya felt her heartbeat quicken. This was the moment she had been waiting for. With a burst of courage, she lifted her colorful painting high above her head, hoping to capture not only Elton John's attention but also that of the thousands of fans around her. The vivid colors danced against the backdrop of the stage lights, creating a striking contrast that made it hard to look away. In an instant, the energy in the venue shifted. The audience gasped and then erupted into cheers as they recognized what she was holding. Whispers of excitement spread like wildfire through the crowd. They were all aware of the special connection Maya had with the music playing before them. It felt like time stood still as all eyes turned to where Elton John stood, his gaze drawn to Maya and her artwork. Elton's eyes widened as he spotted the painting, and he instantly stopped mid-verse, an expression of surprise on his face. He pointed towards Maya, signaling for the band to pause. The music faded, and the audience held their breath in anticipation, caught in a moment that felt both surreal and electric. For Maya, everything else faded away. It was just her and Elton at that moment. She could hardly believe it when he motioned for her to come closer to the stage. The cheers grew louder, fueling her excitement and nervousness as she stepped forward, painting in hand. As she reached the edge of the stage, Elton smiled warmly and said something that would echo in her heart forever. "Your art means as much as my music." It was an affirmation of her passion, a recognition that validated everything she had poured into her creation. The crowd erupted into applause, celebrating this incredible connection sparked by love for music and art. As the cheers from the crowd echoed against the walls of the venue, Elton John's surprise was evident. His eyes widened as they landed on Maya's colorful painting, a rush of emotion sweeping across his face. He had seen countless art pieces dedicated to him over the years, but something about this one struck a deep chord within him. The vivid colors expertly blended and the passion it radiated spoke volumes. Elton paused mid-verse, his voice trailing off as he took a moment to fully absorb the sight before him. For an artist who had dedicated his life to creating music that touched people's hearts, it was thrilling to witness someone channel their love for him into art. With each passing second, he became more captivated by Maya's painting, realizing it wasn't just a simple portrait. It represented the very spirit of his music, the joy, the passion, and the connection he felt with his audience. He motioned toward the band to stop playing entirely, shifting the focus from the stage to Maya and her artwork. The room fell into a hushed anticipation, with every fan awaiting what would unfold next. Elton pointed directly at her, a warm smile spreading across his face as he encouraged her to come closer. This moment of recognition felt magical, as if time had suspended in honor of their shared creativity. As she approached the stage with nervous excitement, Elton leaned forward slightly, his expression one of genuine admiration. In that instant, he expressed how deeply her art resonated with him. "Your art means as much as my music." His words encapsulated a remarkable exchange between two artists, one who creates melodies and another who paints emotions, reminding everyone in the audience of the powerful connections that art can forge. The crowd erupted again in applause, celebrating not only Maya's talent but also Elton's heartfelt appreciation for her creation. As the applause from the audience still echoed, Elton John stood at the edge of the stage with a spark of spontaneity in his eyes. He looked over at Maya, still holding her painting aloft, and gestured for her to come closer. The energy in the venue shifted dramatically. What had once been a sea of cheering fans now felt like a tightly woven tapestry of excitement and anticipation. "Stop the band!" Elton called out, his voice clear and commanding, filled with an infectious enthusiasm that sent ripples of thrill through the crowd. The musicians, surprised yet eager to oblige, halted their instruments mid-note, leaving an electrifying silence in their wake. It was a moment that felt surreal. Everyone was fully aware they were witnessing something special. The room buzzed with chatter as fans exchanged gleeful glances, some jumping up and down in disbelief. They had come to see a performance by one of the greatest artists of their time, but now they were part of an unexpected and heartwarming connection between Elton and a fan. The anticipation grew as eyes turned back to the stage, where Maya stood, a mix of disbelief and joy painted across her face. Elton leaned down slightly, extending his hand while grinning widely. "Come on, let's meet!" He smiled as he beckoned her forward. The crowd erupted once more into applause, cheering louder than ever before as Maya made her way through the sea of adoring fans. Each step felt like she was walking on air. She was about to share an unforgettable moment with an artist who had inspired her so deeply. As she reached the stage, the excitement in the air was palpable. It wasn't just an artist inviting a fan backstage. It was a beautiful reminder of how art connects people in extraordinary ways, creating memories that would last a lifetime. Once backstage, Maya felt a whirlwind of emotions swirling inside her as she stepped into a world that had previously felt so distant. The dimly lit area was filled with the buzz of crew members, instruments, and the lingering excitement from the performance. But all of that faded away when she finally stood in front of Elton John. He approached her with an open smile, his eyes sparkling with genuine warmth. Without hesitation, Elton swept her into a tight hug, enveloping her in a comforting embrace that felt like a shared moment of understanding and appreciation. "I'm so glad you're here!" he exclaimed, stepping back to look into her eyes. His enthusiasm was infectious, and for Maya, it felt like a dream come true. As they exchanged words, Elton gazed at the painting she had created. "This is incredible," he said earnestly, running his fingers gently along its vibrant colors. "You've captured so much life and energy in this piece." His admiration made Maya's heart soar. She never expected such praise from someone she looked up to for so long. He continued, "Music and art have an amazing way of connecting us. Your art means as much as my music." Those simple yet profound words resonated deeply within her, affirming everything she believed about the power of creativity. In that moment, it became clear that both their crafts shared a common thread, the ability to touch hearts and bring people together. Maya could hardly contain her emotions as they talked more about their connections to music and art. She felt grateful for this chance encounter that validated her passion. As they exchanged stories and laughter, the chaos of the concert seemed to fade away, leaving just two artists bonding over their love for creativity. This unforgettable meeting would not only inspire Maya's future work but also etch itself into her memory as one of the most significant moments of her life. As the magical moment unfolded backstage, the audience continued to buzz with excitement in the concert hall. The cheers and applause that had erupted when Elton invited Maya up to the stage now transformed into a high-energy wave of collective joy. People stood on their feet, waving their hands and chanting melodically, celebrating not just Elton's music but also this stunning connection he had created with a fan and artist. Every corner of the venue felt alive as fans exchanged surprised glances and wide smiles, each person drawing energy from this shared experience. It was as if everyone had become part of something larger, a tapestry woven together by music, creativity, and appreciation for art. Many attendees were moved to tears, feeling inspired by the unexpected beauty of the moment before them. Old friends hugged tightly while strangers bonded over their astonishment and delight at witnessing this unique encounter. "Only at an Elton John concert!" someone shouted, and laughter erupted around the room. The lively atmosphere became infectious. Even those who hadn't been familiar with Maya's painting couldn't help but feel swept away by her passion and courage to share her artistic expression in front of thousands. It wasn't just a performance. It was a reminder of how music could bridge gaps between people, uniting them through shared admiration. The roaring excitement peaked as the crowd anticipated what would happen next. They felt not only pride in supporting Maya but also gratitude towards Elton for his openness and encouragement towards creativity. This celebration of art transcended individual experiences. a powerful testament to how art, whether through music or paint, has the ability to connect souls across a vast spectrum. In that moment, amidst joyous cheers and heartfelt responses filled with enthusiasm and appreciation, everyone present realized they were part of an extraordinary night where artistry flourished, inspiring dreams that would resonate long after the concert ended. The encounter between Maya Lopez and Elton John was more than just a memorable moment. It represented the beautiful intersection of two different forms of artistry. For Maya, meeting someone she admired deeply validated her passion and reinforced the significance of her work as an artist. When Elton hugged her tightly and expressed that her art meant as much to him as his music did to her, it created an emotional bridge that transcended their individual experiences. It was a reminder that both artists, though working in different mediums, shared a common goal: to evoke emotion and connect with others. Elton's recognition of Maya's painting illuminated the idea that art, whether through music or visual expression, serves as a universal language. In that moment, they exemplified how creativity can foster understanding and connection. Each stroke of Maya's brush echoed the melodies that Elton had crafted over the years. Their interaction marked a celebration of artistic expression, highlighting how different art forms can resonate with people on similar emotional wavelengths. As the crowd cheered for this unique bond, it became clear that Maya and Elton were both ambassadors of creativity. Their connection ignited inspiration not only in each other but also in everyone present. Fans were reminded of the power of pursuing dreams and sharing passions openly. It was an awakening for many in the audience, who saw firsthand that art has the power to unite individuals across various backgrounds and experiences. Ultimately, this encounter would influence Maya's future work, motivating her to continue exploring the deep connections between music and visual art. For Elton, it reinforced his belief in the importance of supporting emerging artists, reminding him of why he had dedicated his life to creating music that resonates with so many. Together, they forged a remarkable moment that would live on in their hearts and inspire countless others to embrace their creativity. The unforgettable encounter between Maya Lopez and Elton John served as a powerful reminder of the importance of following one's passion and the connections that can be created through art. That night in Seattle, as fans witnessed the magical moment unfold on stage, they were inspired to reflect on their own dreams and creative aspirations. The atmosphere was charged with excitement, as music and art wove together, creating an experience that transcended individual enjoyment. Maya's vibrant painting not only captured the attention of Elton but also resonated with countless audience members, making them feel a part of something special. Many in the crowd left with renewed motivation to pursue their own artistic endeavors, encouraged by the thought that their passions could lead to incredible moments, just like Maya's. The night illustrated how creativity can bridge gaps, bringing people from all walks of life together, and reminding them of the ties that bind. As the concert continued, the energy remained high, with fans celebrating not only Elton's music but also Maya's courage in sharing her art. The cheers echoed through the venue, creating a sense of community that reinforced the idea that everyone has a unique story to tell. Inspired by Maya's journey from fan to artist, many attendees began to envision their own paths forward, empowered to embrace their creativity and express themselves. In conclusion, this remarkable event highlighted how moments of connection in art and music can inspire us all. By sharing her creative expression, Maya opened a door to possibilities for herself and others. The echoes of that vibrant night in Seattle serve as a lasting reminder that art, in any form, has the power to inspire change and ignite passion in our hearts. As we pursue our dreams and honor our creativity, we can create connections that resonate throughout our lives and the lives of those around us.